Well, 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 look who we've got here. Hey guys, I know I've been MIA, but I've had so much stuff going in my life. All amazing, great things. I moved to a new place, started a new job. I've been a super busy bee, but I will let you know that I'm happy to announce that I now live by myself. Making videos will be a lot easier for me, and I will be able to be giving you guys your Tuesdays and Fridays every week on the week, as promised. All that being said, I know you bitches missed me, so let's get into it. So today I'm so excited because I finally get to do my comparison video that I've been itching to do for weeks now between the Sonia Kashuk sponge and the Quo blending sponge. Now, both of these products are amazing products for facial makeup application of wet products. I mean, you could use them for dry products, but I don't know. But, So I want to first start with the packaging. So this is the packaging for the Sonia Kashuk sponge. Basically, it's got this clear opening where you can see the sponge on the inside. It's suspended in air with like a little holder. It's kind of a cool way to display a sponge. The only thing I really don't like about this packaging is that it doesn't explain how to use the sponge, and it doesn't explain the care for the sponge. I mean, what's exciting about these sponges is how you use them and how long-lasting they are. And this really doesn't tell you that at all. If you didn't know any better, you would use the sponge once and throw it out like any other makeup application sponge. So, for that reason, I thought the packaging was really lackluster. It really didn't give people what they needed. If people didn't go online and search out the answers for themselves by watching videos like mine, they would have no idea how to use this product and why this product is so great. So, for that reason, the packaging is kind of a bust. So next we're going to talk about the Quo sponge. Now this one's a little bit better. The packaging's a little bit more basic. It's just like a little baggie that you put your sponge in. There's a little window for you to see the sponge and what it looks like. There's a couple colors that it comes in. And then the back actually does give you care instructions. So it tells you to regularly wash in warm soapy water and rinse thoroughly. Gently squeeze out any excess water and allow it to dry. So that's good. But still, it doesn't give you the tools you need to maximize the efficiency of the product. It doesn't tell you the most important part about using facial sponges, and that is wetting them. So basically what you want to do when you're using these products is running them under cold water and just squeezing them under running water, letting the water permeate the sponge, and then once it's complete, like soaking wet, you want to squeeze it as hard as you can to take out as much of that excess water as you possibly can. And then what I like to do is I like to take a towel and then I just wrap it in the towel and just squeeze it a few times just to make sure if there's any excess water left behind, it's gone. Because you don't want to squeeze and have water come out. Then it has too much water in it. But you do want it to be damp. You want to feel it and be like, okay, this isn't dry. And so it really frustrates me that neither of these products really explain that on the packaging. So you're not really getting the most bang for your buck. I've had this one for months. It still looks great. I mean, there's a little bit of like the pores are a little bit degraded. I don't know if you can tell, like it's starting to go under. Like I might want to replace it in a month or two. But yeah, it really doesn't explain the longevity and the best way to use the product. So that was really annoying. So first impressions, the Sonia Kashuk sponge is actually super dense. It's not really, like it's squishy and squeezy and fun, but it's not as porous and as fluffy and bouncy as the sponge is. This one I really had to like push because since it's so dense, it doesn't get that nice light rebound off the surface of your face. Whereas this one, since it's so light, it just literally kind of like, you can just kind of like lightly pat it. And this one you really have to like push into the surface of your face. And also what's really interesting is that they have these like little ridges on them, which is kind of nice for, you know, if you're doing fine detailing with these points, it gives you kind of like a little gripping to kind of get in there and really like find those fine points. And also it's good for grip. I just think it's really interesting that they decided to put a little ridge in there just to make it a little bit more grippy. The other thing that I noticed was that the one has a much finer tip. I don't know if you can see, I'll just bring them closer. One comes to a larger point than the other, whereas this one's a little bit more of a rounded point, and this one's a little bit more of an intense point for fine detailing. Also, what I thought was really interesting is that when I wet this one, it pretty much stayed the same shape. It didn't really, like it absorbs water, but it doesn't get any bigger or any smaller. Whereas this one, it started out as the same size, or maybe a little bit smaller than the Sonia Kashuk sponge, and expands this big. Hey guys, so I just wanted to show you my quick application process. So I already have all my concealers and stuff on, and I'm using my Revlon Color Stay Foundation, and then I take a small stipple brush and just kind of apply it lightly over the surface of my face. First I started with the Quo sponge. I just applied a little bit of some of the leftover foundation onto the bottom of the sponge and then started applying. Now it's so soft, as you can see. I'm going right into my eye area, I'm going all around the surface of my face, and it just lightly rebounds. It does really great coverage with really minimum force or action on my part. It's really cozy and comfy, but also really effective. I'm now trying out the fine point just to see, you know, how detailed I can get and if the fine point actually does help. I must admit it doesn't really allow you to do any real precision work, but it is a really great option to have. Now I'm starting with the Sonia Kashuk sponge. As you can see, it's not quite as bouncy as the other sponges. It's a little harsh on my under eye area. You really have to push down on the surface of your skin. It doesn't rebound at all, so it's not as easy to apply, nor is it as comfortable. As you can see here, I'm actually having to apply more foundation because as I'm applying it, the sponge is actually absorbing more of the product than the other sponge did. So I have to apply more foundation to get the same amount of coverage. So I kind of applied them on both sides of my face. I was really shocked actually by applying them side by side because they really are very different, though they do claim to kind of be the same type of product. This sponge, I actually had to apply more product to my face because this product actually ended up absorbing more off the surface of my face than this one did. And I have to say that I think it's because this one's so much more dense. It doesn't absorb quite as much water as this one does, so it's still quite a bit more porous and still can absorb a lot more product. So while I was applying, it had, like I said, like you saw, I had to apply more product to get the same amount of coverage as this one. So this one actually ends up saving me more product. This one was really hard. It kind of, like, it doesn't hurt, but it's like, you really have to push and really get in there, whereas this one is just a lot lighter, a lot fluffier, and really rebounds off the surface of your face a lot better. The only thing I will give the Sonia Kashuk sponge is that for fine detailing, this point really does allow you to get into the corner of your eye and around your nose and to get that fine detailing work, whereas this sponge really, like, you kind of you're just pushing. Like, this tiny little tip really doesn't do much. But to be honest, this sponge is $12, this sponge is $5, so less than half the price. For less than half the price, I'll use my finger for the fine detailing. It's not going to kill me. I have to really say that I've been using this product a lot longer than I've been using this product, and I really did swear by this product. And I have to say that this one really wins, hands down. Like, it's so much more soft, fluffy, really produces a lot better coverage. It really does produce a better airbrushed out look. Yeah, I mean, this one takes the cake. It definitely gets the bone stamp of approval. Yeah, so definitely check it out at Shoppers Drug Mart, or anywhere else that sells Quo brand cosmetics, because ding ding ding, this one takes it. Anyway, so I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys got a lot of info about these sponges. Like always, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you liked what you saw, please do give me a thumbs up. It really does let me know whether or not you guys are liking what you're seeing. Leave me a comment, or like me on Facebook and leave me a comment there letting me know what you want to see. What do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to cover? I'm here, I'm your servant, I'm here to please you. So please do let me know what I can do to entertain you more. And of course, until next time, talk to you later, bros and hoes.